Hi guys, and welcome back. This video has been so long in the making that I can't believe it's finally time to film it. So this is the Colourpop bracket ranking. This is the final judgment. So we're going to go through the brackets themselves and I'm going to pick a winner. It's going to be based off of the look that I created with the palette, not the actual palette itself, because I already went through and ranked the Colourpop palettes that I have, and this was the top 16. So I've already ranked them based on the palette themselves. So these are going to be ranked just solely off of the looks, and I am super excited to see who comes out on top. So if that sounds interesting to you, please keep watching. Please subscribe. My name is Amanda. This is Mermaid Hair Donut Care. That is my name on here, TikTok and Instagram. I would love for you to follow along in my makeup journey. And I did get this idea from my friend Caitlin at Caitlin House Makeup. So if you want to check out her video, she's done about 3 or 4 of them so far, I think, with different brands. And I plan on doing them with other brands too. Colourpop was just the brand that I had the most of when I started this. So like I said, this has been a long time in the making. So let's get into it. All right, so I use my phone to film. So I have studied these looks and I'm going to put pictures up right here somewhere, starting with the bracket itself. So this is what the bracket is looking like. I went through and put all the top 8 against the bottom 8, basically, is how it worked out. So yeah, let's get into this. First up, on the left-hand side of the bracket, we have the number 1 palette, which was Fade into Hue, versus the number 9 palette, which was Honey. Fade into Hue, I really loved the colors of this look. The blue, the purple, the yellow, the green. It was just so fun and colorful. I I love this look. I really did. And then Honey, this was the first look I did out of the entire palette ranking looks. I loved the way this look came out. I used a little bit of a pressed glitter. I really did love this look, but I'm gonna have to give it to Fade into Hue. That look was just one of my favorites from the entire thing. So winner number 1 is Fade into Hue. All right, next up is palette number 2, which is Cabana Club, versus palette number 10, which is Glow Getter. For a neutral look, okay, wait, let's talk about Cabana Club first. So Cabana Club, this was again so colorful and fun. I matched my earrings better than I ever thought that I would, and that's what I was going for. I didn't even think I could do it out of that palette, and it wound up just coming out so well, and I just absolutely love that look. The like inner corner that I somehow pulled out, I loved it. I just loved it. And then we have Glow Getter, which was another one of my favorite looks. So I'm so mad that these are against each other. That was probably my favorite neutral look that I did. It was for like a night out. We had a wedding shower to go to. It turned out so good. Like, I loved it. I felt so pretty. But I have to give it to Cabana Club because it was exactly what I wanted. It matched my earrings perfectly. I absolutely love that look. So I'm gonna have to give that one to Cabana Club. Okay. Next up is the number 3 palette, which is Limoncello, one of my favorite palettes. And then versus the number 11 palette, which was my Build Your Own palette from Colourpop. Well, these are all from Colourpop, so duh. Okay, so let's talk about Limoncello. So Limoncello was used during a video that I did for YouTube where my wife picked all of my makeup and I gave her like my entire stack of Colourpop palettes that I had left to pick from, and she picked Limoncello. I don't like the way this look came out. I don't know if it's because my foundation was weird, the lips were weird. Altogether, they just didn't really go well. And then I don't know why, I just don't really like this look. Like, I could have done so much better with the limoncello palette than this look. So it's definitely not my favorite. And then we have the BYOP look. I tried a wig for the first time and only time. I have not put it back on yet. Um, but I actually really like the way this came out. It's a little bit more subtle than I normally like my colors to be. Like, I feel like the colors don't pop as much as I want them to in this look. But I don't know, something about this hair with this like orangey purple look. I'm gonna have to give it to the BYOP, which is so crazy because limoncello is like literally one of my favorite palettes ever. Okay, moving on. We have the Witching Hour palette, which I love, versus Blue Moon, which is an all blue, like monochromatic palette. Okay, so first, Witching Hour. I love the way this came out, but I definitely used the topper shades in this are from a different palette. They're from the Elli Beauty Love palette, which I feel like is what is giving this the leg up. So it's not really about the Witching Hour palette, but my rules were I could use like one topper or extra special shade from a different palette. So I did that with this palette. So I do really love this look, but it's mostly because of the toppers. Moving on to Blue Moon, I actually hated the way this look came out. I really did not like it. Like, there was no, like, I tried to blend something, it didn't really work. It was kind of just like muddy blue on top of like a blue liner, like shadow wing, whatever. I loved the blue lip though. The blue lip with a tiny bit of the white, like shifty blue shade called like Lumi, I think it's called, looked amazing. It looked so good. I absolutely love that lip, but this is about the eye look. So I can't give it to Blue Moon because I just hated that eye look. So I have to give it to Witching Hour. I feel bad because that was probably like a pity win, but that's fine. Okay, moving on to the right hand side of the bracket. First up, we have Sandstone palette number 5 versus palette number 13, which is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Let's start with the Sandstone look. I don't like this look. It's just so boring. It's so boring, which is sad because I actually really like Sandstone as a neutral palette. But the look itself came out so boring. The most exciting part of this look is the waterline, which is yellow, which is not even a Colourpop eyeliner. Like, has nothing to do with the palette itself. So, yeah. But palette number 13, the Nightmare Before Christmas palette. Now this look, almost similar to the look I'm wearing today. Almost. This is more just like a smoky eye though. That one I had, whatever. I love this look. Now I did use an extra special shade from Luxby Aesthetics, like one of the glitter pastes, which was stunning with the Nightmare Before Christmas palette. I love the Nightmare Before Christmas palette. I feel like it should have been ranked higher than 13 because like I really love that palette and I think it's such a unique color story and I feel like I say that every time. But I really love this look. So, seeing as Sandstone was so boring, the winner is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, moving on. So, palette number 6 which is the Tinkerbell palette, which is Sprinkle a Little Magic, I think it's actually called. I just call it the Tinkerbell. Okay, hopefully the setup is the same because my phone decided to cut me off because I was running out of storage, so we're back. Okay, so like I was saying, the Tinkerbell palette, which is called Sprinkle a Little Magic. Let's go through that one first. So this is the first time I've ever used any of the pinks in the Tinkerbell palette. I did still put some green underneath. I did really like the way this came out, but I think it could have been better. But Tinkerbell is my favorite, so I still really love the palette, but it's not supposed to be about the palette. It's about the look. But moving on to Truly Madly Deeply, I don't like this look. For whatever reason, this palette is pretty but boring. It's so boring for me. I don't know why. It's neutral with a pink and a purple and pressed glitter. And I think the pressed glitter is what got me when I bought this originally because everything else to me is boring. But I don't really use pressed glitter that much currently. I have to be really in the mood. And I just really am underwhelmed with how this look came out. So that being said, I am going to give it to the Tinkerbell palette, also known as Sprinkle a Little Magic. Okay, so moving on, palette number 7, So Fly, versus palette number 15, It's My Pleasure. So Fly, I like what I was trying to do with putting the dark, it's a dark teal shimmer that I tried to put underneath, and I feel like it's just not showing up the way I wanted it to. It doesn't look like a shimmer. Maybe that's just me. I don't know if you guys can tell that it's a dark teal shimmer, but I just feel like this didn't really hit the way I wanted it to. I still think it looks pretty. The look is nice. Yeah, that's about it. Moving on to It's My Pleasure. It's My Pleasure for some reason makes me angry as far as a palette in a whole, because it's very purple on the outside. It's super purple, and then you open it up and it's super pink. It's a very pink leaning purple palette. So it bothers me that it's considered a purple palette when it's not really purple. So that bothers me. But this look I actually really love, and I think it came out so good. So that being said, I'm going to give it to It's My Pleasure. I think it came out so good. Okay, next and last for this round is number 8, the Orange Glad palette, versus number 16, my Rock Candy palette. So let's look at the Orange Glad palette. This came out really cute, and I really like what I did with it, but I think it's missing something, and I think that something is black eyeliner, a wing, something. I didn't do it on purpose, and then I look back and I'm like, why didn't I do it? I don't know why I chose to do that. I think it would have looked so much better with just a wing, a black wing, or even just a dark, a really dark color wing. I feel like it just would have looked so much better. And it bothers me now looking back at it because it's pretty and I love orange eyeshadow on me. I love orange eyeshadow, but I feel like this is missing. It looks like it's missing something, which makes me sad. And then the Rock Candy palette. This look as a whole, I absolutely love. And then this was used in addition to a Super Shock shadow because I used it for a Super Shock Sunday. And I don't know, the lip, the eye, there's something about this look that I just absolutely love, and I'm kind of mad about it. I never reach for my Rock Candy palette. I just find it so neutral, and it's so big, and the tone, it's only each shade just looks like it's only a little different from the next one. I don't know. There's something about it, but I keep it because of things like this. Look at this look. I love this look. I think it came out so good. The lip is definitely helping, I will say. The lip is helping. But as a full look, I think I like this one better than the Orangey Glad look. That's like hurting my heart a little bit. I love the Orangey Glad palette. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna give it to Rock Candy because I don't know what's going on in my brain right now, but all right, we are moving on to round number 2. All right, so here we have our updated bracket, and we are on to round 2. So first we have number 1, Fade into Hue, versus number 2, Cabana Club. This is insanely hard for me because I love both of these looks so much. Like, these could have both easily been the winner. I don't know what to do. So let's show Fade into Hue. Like I said, love the colors in this. I don't even know how I came up with this. I just literally was like throwing colors. I do love this. And then Cabana Club again. I think I have to give it to Cabana Club because I was going off of like a color story that I wanted to match. I really wanted to match my earrings and it matched my sweatshirt as well. And I just love the way this whole look came together. So I think I'm gonna have to give it to Cabana Club. I can't believe I just knocked the number 1 palette out, but it just came out so good. I was just really happy with how it came out. It's exactly how I wanted it to look. And sometimes when you're trying to do something and it comes out just like exactly how you wanted it, or like how you pictured it, or anything like that, it's just so satisfying. And I just think it's such a pretty look, and the colors are just so pretty that I just love that. That's it. That's the winner. I pick it. Number 2, Cabana Club. Okay, moving on, we have the BYOP palette, number 11, versus number 4, Witching Hour. So BYOP, again with the wig. I do really like this whole look. I feel, well, one, I don't even look like myself. I feel like a totally different person. But I really do like this look. And then number 4, Witching Hour. Again, I relied very heavily on the topper shades of the Elli Beauty Love palette. So I do really like this look, but I feel super guilty like giving it to this look when I only used 2 shades out of the Witching Hour palette. I used like a transition shade in my crease, and then I used the dark purple. That was it. So I think I'm going to have to give it to BYOP in this case. That's a shocker, actually. Okay. Moving on. The other half of the bracket. Updated. Feel like Vanna White. Okay. We have number 13, The Nightmare Before Christmas, versus number 6, the Tinkerbell palette, or Sprinkle a Little Magic. Let's go with no. These are my 2 Disney palettes that are in here. These were the only 2 Disney palettes, weren't they? And here they are, up against each other. Okay, so first we have the Nightmare Before Christmas palette. I loved this look. I said it before, I'll say it again. I did use a glitter paste from Luxby Aesthetics, but all of the mattes that were laid down before the glitter paste are helping this look. Like, you can tell that it's just like a glitter topper on top of like pink and the little, I think it's like a really dark gray, not really a black. But like, you can tell I used this palette to get this look. You know what I mean? I really love it. And then number 6, the Tinkerbell palette. I said it before, this could have been better. So that's really where I'm going with it. And I really think that The Nightmare Before Christmas takes this one for sure. It's just, I love this look so much. Okay, now moving on, we have It's My Pleasure, number 15, versus number 16, Rock Candy. This is the surprise here. I never thought palette number 15 and number 16 would even have moved on, and let alone be against each other in the second round. So number 15, It's My Pleasure. I just love the way this came out. Like, yes, it's like a pinky purple look. I feel like I did use something else in this look, and I cannot remember what it was. I think it might have been I think I just might have used my lens palette with it. I used something. Oh man, hold on. Okay, just kidding. I just used this palette for this look. I'm actually impressed. I really do like this look. I'm gonna keep it at that. Okay, number 16, Rock Candy. If you hear fireworks, it's July 3rd when I'm filming this, so keep that in mind. Okay, so Rock Candy, I don't know what it is because I always struggle using this palette, but I love this look. With that being said, though, I have to give it to It's My Pleasure. I don't know. I just really like it. So that is that. Okay, moving on to round number 3. We have the updated bracket. I feel like Vanna White. We have palette number 2, which is Cabana Club, versus palette number 11, which is BYOP. So let's look at Cabana Club. And now let's look at BYOP. And it's really funny because you think this would get harder and harder as it goes along, but sometimes it just really depends who it's up against, because I know right away that this is Cabana Club. Right away. Like, BYOP just kind of like skated by and beat the other palettes it was against, but as soon as this went against Cabana Club, I already knew that Cabana Club was winning. I really just also love that look. And the BYOP look is like cute, but I just really love Cabana Club. So, all right, other side bracket updated. We have number 13, Nightmare Before Christmas, versus number 15, It's My Pleasure. So, number 13, I absolutely love this look. And number 15, I really, really like this look. So I'm going to have to go with number 13, Nightmare Before Christmas, because this look just stands out more to me. They're almost kind of similar, but one's more pinky, one's a little more purpley, even though that purple palette really is so pinky. All right, final round bracket updated. We have number 2, which is Cabana Club, going against number 13, which is The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is not at all the final 2 palettes that I would have ever picked. I would have never guessed that these were the final 2, but here they are. We're going to show them one last time. We got palette number 2, Cabana Club. Super fun, super colorful, fun, matching my earrings look. And then we got palette number 13, Nightmare Before Christmas. Super colorful also, but a little more like glittery. I think the winner of this bracket ranking, Colourpop palette bracket ranking, drum roll, is palette number 2, Cabana Club. I'm so excited. I just love the way this came out. I'm literally writing it down in a notebook right now. Overall, I just absolutely love the way this came out. This is exactly, I said it before, this is exactly what I was wanting for this look to look like. It matches these earrings perfectly. That's exactly what I was going for. I had just gotten those earrings in the mail that day and decided I had to wear them, and that I was gonna try to make an eye look that matched them, and I didn't know if I could do it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make this a bracket ranking look. I'm gonna try and make it out of this Cabana Club palette. And I freaking did it. I still don't really know how it happened, but it happened. And I didn't use anything other than this palette. I didn't use any special topper shade. I used a yellow liner from Elli Beauty Lemonade in my waterline, that yellow liner. That's it. Like that inner corner shade, I mixed like yellow and the bright blue shimmer together to get that like greenish blue color. I just love the way this came out. So let's scooch back. All right, that was my first ever bracket ranking, and it took me like 2 months to complete. Okay, maybe not 2 full months, but like a month and a half at least, almost 2 months to complete. And I absolutely freaking love doing this. So I would love to hear in the comments what brand I should do next, because I have gotten quite a few more palettes since I decided to start doing this. The other brands currently that I would be able to do this with would be Glamlight, and probably I could do it with Blend Bunny, but it would be a lot smaller of a bracket, seeing as there's only a total of like 7 actual eyeshadow palettes all done up. Dollhouse, Surge, Blends, Primal, Lure, and then the new Sugar and Grunge. Wow, did I get that right? Did I say 7? Is that right? So I mean, I could do it with that. There would be an odd number, but I could try, or I could leave out my lowest ranking palette. I could do something like that. And then Glamlight, I have a decent amount of palettes. For Glamlight, I have 12 Glamlight palettes. I think that's the accurate number. 13. I lied. I have 13 Glamlight palettes. Oh, I lied again. I think I actually have. I think I might have 16 Glamlight palettes. That would actually work out perfectly. So let me know what you want to see. If we want to do Blend Bunny first, because it would be a shorter period, like a shorter time frame of me doing it, or if we want to do the Glamlight because I have 16. So I would just rank them all first, like I did with this, and then go right into the palette ranking, doing looks. I really had so much fun. I hope you enjoyed this. If this is something that you like, please subscribe, because I have so many ideas and so many more things coming. I do love doing like reviews, rankings, testing out new makeup, um, first impressions, multiple looks in the same palette, palette bingos. I haven't done one on YouTube yet, but I've done a couple on TikTok, and I love palette bingos, so I definitely want to be doing more of those. But anyway, I really hope you're going to follow along. I'm Mermaid Hair, Donut Care, like donut here, TikTok, Instagram. I'd love for you to subscribe and follow, and yeah, that's about it. So please follow along, because there's always more. Bye.